channel. When you are feeling as if your manifestation is out of reach, you're feeling like it's moving further away from you, it's not even getting close, you're not even really seeing any major signs, it just feels like it's pulling away and you feel like you're pushing against the current slightly. Not so that you're really attached to it, you just think, where is it? You're not feeling that huge attachment, you're not feeling overwhelmed, you're not feeling miserable, angry, frustrated, you're not feeling much of that, but you are beginning to wonder where it is. Now this happens to me, and not regularly now, but it does happen to me. And this is what I do. It's a really great way of, it's funny how we can let it go on for quite a long time before we do this. I think we come to a point, because we're feeling reasonably good, we don't really get to that point for a little while, and then we eventually get to it. This is what I do. I realign with it. I go, okay, this hasn't shown up yet. It's quite a long time. What could be going on inside of me? So first of all, I iron out any bugs in the system. So what could be going on inside of me? So, well, a simple thing is, it isn't here yet. Yeah, I've got that slightly. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it under a 5? If it's under a 5, I'm not going to worry about it. If it's over a 5, I've got to look at that. Okay, I'll say that. Then I'll say to myself, what if it never happens? Are you going to be okay? Always think my answer is yes, I'm going to be okay. Even if it's something serious, I'm going to find a way that I'm going to be okay. Again, it's just a feeling thing. It allows you to sort of get into a more neutral state with it. Then you think to yourself, am I optimistic about this? Do I, I have felt optimistic about it. Can I realign with that feeling of optimism and excitement? Because yeah, this is completely possible. Anything is possible. And I know when I feel it's possible, it's probable. Can I align with optimism and excitement? In the moment, you sort of feel the excitement of it again. So you give it some extra momentum, and then you go, okay, that I know there's nothing contradicting it. I'm not overly attached to it. So basically what you're doing here is you're talking to your subconscious and you're instructing it. I'm not attached to it. I'm not really that attached. My attachment is way under 50%. So that's brilliant. Anything under 50% is 50% or below is fine. I'm not this, I'm not that, I will be okay. You're reminding it of everything and you're giving it a boost. And then as you do this, only do it once, but as you do it, just feel the excitement of this thing showing up in your life. Just feel that feeling of excitement, that feeling of optimism, then let it go. That's enough. I look at that as boosting the signal. So the signal's there and it's just gone a little bit weak for one reason or another, and I just need to boost it. Sometimes I can just purely do this by just talking to my subconscious and going, oh, that hasn't shown up yet. Can you sort that out for me? I talked about that in a previous video. So sometimes I'll just do that. It really depends what my levels are. So what I think is going on. Have I got a lot? Have I gone over the 50% of where is it? I don't get where it is. Do I feel that quite strongly? If I do, then I'll do this. So I'll add those techniques in. But if I don't, if it's just like, then I will just talk to my subconscious, because it's a quicker process and it's worked for me every time. Sometimes when it's a big thing, you feel it's not a big thing when you're manifesting, nothing is big. But when you feel it's bigger, it's a big deal to you, then sometimes adding in those extra things and sort of realigning with it like that, ironing out the bugs, feeling that excitement feels better, because it feels like you've really done something energetic. Again, we don't need to do anything with this. Really, it is all about the subconscious, and that is all we're doing in that case too. We are connecting with our subconscious and we're just giving it a reminder. We're plugging in the booster, so we're boosting that signal, so increasing that signal, making it louder, making it more powerful, whatever way you want to look at it in the moment. But what we don't do is keep doing that, because this is a one-time thing that you do, and it's not something that you do when you're hugely attached and you've got a lot of limiting beliefs, because there's loads of other videos on that stuff. This isn't for them. This is for you guys that really want this, but are not overwhelmed by it, are not bogged down by it, are not constantly thinking about it, are getting on with your life, but during the day you do think, that hasn't come yet, that's weird. You've got a bit of that going on. This is for that. It works absolute wonders. Again, it's one of those things that seems ridiculously simple, and how can that possibly work? But it does. So I had a comment on one of my videos when I put up the having a word with your subconscious, saying, is it possible that this just happened right away. I think it happened an hour after I had spoken about this, and the person in question had had a go at it and done it, and then it happened an hour later. And they said, is that a coincidence? Because it seems like too easy, doesn't it? Because what, you're just saying something to yourself and then it's happening. This stuff is easy. We just make it difficult. Our mind gets in there and makes it difficult. And sometimes when we do the things that are much more simple like that, our mind doesn't really get in there because we're not really trying that hard. So it almost thinks, oh, you'll be lucky, but doesn't kind of interfere too much. And that is why these simple things are really, really effective. But we need to make the most of them. We need to take advantage of the fact that we don't have to try that hard. Stop doing it and look at these simple things and think, well, why not give it a go? So if you've not seen signs of your manifestation and you don't really understand why, realign with it. I like the bugs. Realign with it. Boost that signal. I hope this was useful. This is just a short one, just one that I wanted to add in for this week. If you've got anything to say on the subject, please do comment below.